enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. Showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Actually winds up getting 8 there. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Block off a play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Locke working out of the gun. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down at the
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. Brought down by Bryce Callahan. A gain of 8.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern comes on for Tennessee. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. They're returning it. Here's Hamler. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
You ain't nothing!
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Draw play. This is Henry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Throwing on 2nd down, Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Stephen Gostkowski for the...
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. KJ Hamler returning it. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill, and he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Mike Purcell, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
He's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ball carrier.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
26-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and...
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries.
Tannehill's.
He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He will find Davis. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing again is Tannehill. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Dancing to his left. Smith catches left side. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Tannehill, a quick throw into the hands of Davis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got Gordon open, completes it. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Titans.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Operating from the gun, Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
They'll run with Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He was brought down there by Will Parks. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Tannehill. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense. An absolute dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. Double-digit sacks in 7 of his 9 seasons in the NFL. And when he finished the 2019 season, second in total sacks in NFL history among active players, behind only Terrell Suggs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Rippon. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 84 yards, and the Broncos cut into that lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to patch together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And fights through one man. A gain there of 21 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Tannehill going to throw it. Henry's got it out on the left side. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Tannehill now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh,